You're one of a group of 4 amateurs out there doing everything right, using forward tees, picking up in bad holes, never marking your ball unless you're in someone's line, and still, you're being told to hurry up by course staff and finish in under 4 hours. Meanwhile, the pros on TV are taking over 4.5, frequently 5, and sometimes even close to 6 hours to get round, and that's considered normal. So amateurs with fewer resources and more shots to play are expected to move faster than the world's best players. And while slow play in tour is criticised by fans, some players and even broadcasters, it appears that when it comes to pace of play, there's a double standard between pros and us regular golfers. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today our golfing focus is on whether amateur golfers are being unfairly judged when it comes to how long it should take to play 18 holes compared to the pros. Let's start with a myth, and something a lot of golfers take for granted, the 4-hour standard round. Many golfers treat it like the gold standard. If you're playing in a 4-ball and you're not finished by the 4-hour mark, you might get a polite nudge, or not so polite pressure to pick up the pace. But here's the thing, there's no official rule from any of the game's governing bodies that says a round of golf must take less than 4 hours. In fact, when we look at the official time power guidelines, which lay out how long a round should take based on group size, the numbers tell a very different story. As you can see, it's not 4 hours flat, and it's not a mandate. And in fact, most pace of play guidelines suggest it will take longer depending on group size, course layout and hole difficulty. Meanwhile, on the PGA Tour, the expected round time for a 3-ball is 4 hours and 45 minutes. And in the majors especially, rounds regularly run well beyond 5 hours. So not only are the pros playing slower, they're allowed to. While amateurs are often being held to an artificial standard that's based on a foundation that isn't real. To be fair to the pros for a minute, and before we get on to the real core causes of slow play, pro rounds do take longer for some genuine reasons. Big fields of up to 156 players naturally cause congestion. Tight tee time intervals create a knock-on effect where one slow group can cause a ripple through the whole field. Then there's the setup, narrow fairways, long rough, lightning quick greens, and longer walks between holes all add time. And of course you've got media delays when players are often asked to wait for a commercial break or camera crew to get in position. So yes, the professional game has its own pace, but even players and commentators are getting fed up. Brooks Koepka called out slow play at the 2023 Masters, and the opening round of Rory McIlroy's career-defining Masters win stretched close to an incredible 6 hours. In fact, while huge attention was given to McIlroy's missed 5-foot putt in the 72nd hole, the effect of his very slow opening round, where after yet another wait he dumped his chip in the water and dropped in effect 3 shots at the very birdieable par 5 15th, would arguably have been more impactful had he not finally recovered to win the green jacket. Even CBS on-course reporter Dottie Pepper has had enough, as industry media data shows viewership tends to drop significantly during extended coverage, particularly when groups are visibly waiting on tees and fairways, and viewers in different time zones sometimes miss tournament conclusions entirely due to slow play. But here's the part that often gets missed. Slow rounds aren't caused mainly by slow players. According to the late great pace of play expert Bill Yates, and research from the USGA and R&A, the biggest cause of slow play is overcrowding, caused in the main by tight tee time intervals, not how long someone takes over the ball. Yes, we all know slow players. Patrick Cantlay, Bernard Langer, for example, both have reputations. But sometimes even deliberate routines don't actually hold up the field if the group is already delayed. That's why solutions like individual shot clocks, while appealing, aren't the magic bullet some make them out to be. They might work in controlled environments like the TGL League, but in real-world conditions, across a full 18-hole course, with walking distances, ball searches and wind, they don't address the actual causes of slow play. Even rangefinders, which are being tested in the PGA Tour and used in the Champions Tour, have only made a marginal difference, saving maybe a minute or 2 per round. So what actually works when it comes to sorting out the scourge of slow play? The PGA Tour is making moves, publishing pace data, timing more players and adding stroke penalties to the Corn Ferry Tour, while the LIV Tour experiments with shot clocks, The LPGA's extended tee time intervals, meanwhile, have had a very positive effect on round times. And in elite amateur golf in the UK, England Golf has found success using a yellow card system, setting checkpoint times throughout the round. If groups fall behind, they get a warning. If they miss the next checkpoint too, the entire group gets penalised. Not one group was penalised last season, but round times improved across the board. At our regular amateur club level, where a survey of 56,000 golfers in 122 countries found 60% of players stating they would enjoy golf more if rounds took less time, there are plenty of practical things that do make a difference. And as players, play ready golf, keep up with the group in front, and mark your scorecard in the next tee are a couple of great examples. These aren't about rushing, they're about keeping the game flowing, fairly for everyone. So is there a double standard in pace of play between amateurs and pros? In short, yes. And while there are reasons for that, and the perfect solution may remain elusive, the sport does have a roadmap. Whether the PGA Tour or other tours will follow it through consistently, that's the real question. Until then, bring a snack, maybe two, because watching 18 holes of pro golf isn't getting faster just yet. And as for the 4-hour round, just remember it's not an official rule. It's just a number we've collectively latched onto. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please do hit that like button, as it does genuinely make a huge difference to the channel. Check out our other videos, and as ever and most importantly, we hope you're enjoying your golf.